Well, welcome to our 4th episode of Spirits and Supernatural. I'm Jenny.
I'm Dawn.
And we are so glad you guys could join us again. Today we're going to be talking about a very polarizing character. Her name is...
Mary Winchester.
Yeah. She may not even be that polarizing. I think the majority of people didn't love her.
I don't know. I feel like I'm very 50-50 on her, too.
Okay. Let's just get into Mary's drink first, and then we'll discuss what we think about Mary.
We're going to need a drink to talk about Mary.
Yes, we are.
Awesome. Okay.
So Dawn is going to start mixing it. I don't have my notes in front of me to say exactly what we're mixing because it's on my phone, which I'm going to be recording.
Good thing that I take lots of notes and have it written down.
Dawn's dumb notes come into play. All right. Okay. So for the Mary Winchester, we're going to take 3/4 ounce. 3/4? And nope, I didn't pregame again. How about 3/4 of an ounce of triple sec? Yes, 3/4 of an ounce of triple sec. And then we are going to do 3/4 of an ounce of peach schnapps. So are you doing like one and...
I think I'm just...
Are you just going to do one at a time? No, you should do one at a time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously,
we're so prepared.
So prepared. Honestly, I feel more prepared with the cocktail mixing this time because everything's like set on the table. I'm standing right now so that we can like record the making.
Yeah, if anybody watches the video, they're seeing your torso. Okay, so 3/4 of the peach schnapps is next. And I found out that schnapps and liqueur are the same thing. They're just, if you want to be fancy and call it schnapps, or if you want to be fancy and call it liqueur, you can call it whatever you want. They're the same.
Either way, you're fancy.
And then you can have an optional 1/2 ounce of a honey syrup. We opted out of that because we're going to do 4 ounces of lemonade. And I think that the lemonade will be sweet enough that we don't need to add extra sugar to it. So 4 ounces of lemonade. And then this is the very absolute secret ingredient after the lemonade. We are going to just float on top a tiny little bit of gin. So the recipe calls for 151 rum. But we're going to float a little bit of gin on top, and you'll see why.
Do I need to like shake this with some ice first?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
So we're not putting the gin on top. We're going to add ice, and then we're going to shake it, and then she's going to strain it because that's what we do. Oh, yeah, I got these new fancy stir sticks.
You guys.
They're like 9 inches long. I thought they were cute. I didn't read how long they were. That's okay.
Awesome.
It's like every man's dream. It looks yummy. Perfect. Now for our secret ingredient, the gin. She's going to just put a little bit of gin on top because this is called the Mary Winchester. And the reason that we're floating the gin on top is because, well, we're going to light it on fire.
Would it be Mary Winchester if we didn't light it on fire?
So this could also be called the Jess in a pinch.
Did it work?
It didn't light. Oh, no.
We're going to try again.
We're going to try again.
All right. That did not light. I feel like I didn't float it right.
Oh, no. We had a false float.
Let's try again. Hold on.
Okay. All right. We got this. So anyhow, I'll just, I'll talk because that's what I do. So the reason we're going to light the Mary Winchester on fire is because when we meet Mary Winchester in Supernatural, she is lit on fire within like the first 7 minutes of the show. I don't know if 7 minutes is exactly right or not, but I think it's pretty close. Yeah, she gets lit on fire. And then later on in that same episode, a girl named Jess gets lit on fire. So that's why we thought, we could call this the Mary Winchester or the Jess.
I feel like saying a girl named Jess really underplays who Jess was.
Well, I didn't know if we should talk about her too much. Maybe we'll do an episode for her and we won't light it on fire. Or maybe we'll light it on fire because we can't get Mary lit. Maybe the ice makes it not light.
No, I don't think so.
It worked in Dawn's kitchen. It's not working in my living room for some reason.
So the thing that I learned because I did research is that you have to have something over 40 proof. Anything under that will not stay lit, really. There's not enough alcohol to it.
Okay.
So We're gonna
and this
try
is like 88 proof what we're using, right?
Yeah. This is like 44%. This gin is 4 Peel gin from Watershed Distillery in Columbus.
Yay, Ohio.
I just have it in a mason jar because I'm classy.
We are. As if you guys haven't learned by now how classy and fancy we are, then you're never going to learn. Okay. Maybe you should light it in the spoon.
I mean, it would work.
Don't lose an eyebrow, Dawn.
Okay, let's
see if that works. Oh my gosh. This 2-minute cocktail is taking 6 minutes. Is it on fire?
No.
Oh, I'm so disappointed.
Listen, we're going to drink it anyway.
Yeah.
And just for the sake of lighting something on fire.
We're going to just light our mason jar on fire.
Just the lid.
Ready? Boom. Here we go. We believe in you, Jen. Oh.
Guys, I swear this worked at home.
I'm so disappointed. So at home, you probably might want to use the 151 rum. Because obviously this was a fail. But you know what?
It smells a little smoky in here now.
We're still going with it. Much like the Winchester home. Smelled a little smoky after that night. I'm just saying.
Oh
anyhow, let's taste it. Here, let's do a little toast to our non-fire and see how
to Mary Winchester not lighting on fire.
Oh, that tastes really good. I think that's really, really delicious. I like it a lot. But I like lemon.
Mm-hmm.
And it has, I can taste the peach in there. I'm not a huge fan of peach, but it has a little.
I like it.
When you first taste it, I tasted the lemonade and the orange immediately. And then the peach came in like as an afterburner.
It's like a little burner. I like peach because it's going to sound weird, but it's like a warm fruit. I feel like it has a warm,
I understand what you're saying.
Comforting flavor.
Yeah. Well, there's something called peach Melba rum. I used to drink it all the time.
Is that why you don't like peach
when
anymore?
I was in high school, I think. Yeah, I think that's why I don't like it anymore. I drank too much of it when I was in my younger days, before I became an adult. Dawn and I have decided that we need a rating system for our drinks. So at the end of our podcast, we are going to go ahead and rate this Mary Winchester drink for you.
Oh, you guys. Jenny.
I'm telling you, just fire me now. I'm not worried about you lighting me on fire because apparently
that's not going to work.
Nope. Well, that was fun while it lasted, and it didn't last. So that's okay. Hopefully for y'all, it will work.
Yeah, so stick around for the end of the episode as we talk. And
what is our new system called, Dawn?
It's called the Certified Swig System.
The Certified Swig System, certified by Jenny and Dawn.
Which obviously we have so much credibility as proven right now.
I can't even speak English, so anyhow.
Oh, man. Okay.
All right, let's get into Mary Winchester and what we really think about her.
Okay, she does get a bad rap.
Yeah.
Mary's interesting, I think, because we get to see a lot of her. Well, there's the Winchester series, if you watch that. But we get to see her when she was young, when she and John are dating. Mm-hmm. And then we get to see her a little bit parenting the boys in various episodes from flashbacks and different things.
Yes.
And then we get to see her when It's Amara brings her back, right?
Season 12, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we actually, I feel like, of Mama and Daddy Winchester, we get to see her a lot more and get to know her so much more.
For sure.
Yeah. Even though we do get like Young John episodes, which we'll get around to Young John Winchester. We have a very special cocktail brewing for that one. That's for the future.
Yes.
So for Mary, I feel like she is very complex. Mm-hmm. I find it really interesting that she chooses to save John over her dad.
Yes.
With yellow eyes. Mm-hmm. Which is really like deep and intense. And, you know, she has like this complicated relationship with her own dad because she doesn't want to be a hunter. And
that's where we talked before when we did the Sam episode where people say, or it might even been the Purple Nurple episode where people say that Sam is more like Mary.
And not wanting to be a hunter.
because he wanted out of the life.
And she never intended that her children would become hunters either, right?
She wasn't happy about that.
So I find it really, to start off, interesting that she picked John over her dad.
Yeah.
And, like, maybe it's because they were young, they were in love, you know?
Yeah.
You do a lot of stupid things when you're young and, like, so enveloped in another person and like the whole idea of the future they were going to have, and that future was lost.
And at that time, with her dad being possessed, that's never happened before, and maybe she didn't even know if he could come back correctly or not. Yeah. You know, because he was a demon at that time. When she asked Yellow Eyes to bring back her betrothed, it was her father. You know, Yellow Eyes was in her father. Yeah. So she probably didn't know if he could even be rescued.
In that episode, they didn't even know that you could kill a demon. Like the Campbells had no idea.
Right, exactly.
So there's a lot of, unknowns to that. Then we kind of get to see a little bit of like raising the boys when they're young, but we don't get to see very much of that.
Yeah, and here's the thing. So when Mary died, Sammy was 6, Dean was 4.
Sammy was 6 months old.
6 months, yeah. And Dean was 4 years old. She hadn't really raised them. They were still, infant and toddler, basically.
Right.
And so she died. So when she came back, she was mourning the loss of her children.
Yes.
Because when she went to heaven, she didn't have memories. So when she came back, she didn't, I just got out of heaven. She didn't know. She just came back. And what she remembered was her little boys.
Exactly.
And Dean is like 36 or whatever. But like, it's me, Dean. I don't think so. I understand the grieving period that she went through. I'm brought back here. I'm thinking I'm going to be, with my sons. Well, my sons are full-grown hunting men, which I never wanted for them. And so I understand the grief that she's going through, the loss that she had to go through. Some of the things I didn't understand, some of the choices that she made, I didn't agree with. And I think we mentioned this before in the one episode. She's like, I am not just a mother and you're not just a child. And Dean's like, I never was. Well, you know what? You've never been a mother. And so that line I did not agree with.
She was a mother for 4 years.
Yeah. She hasn't been a mother for what?
30
years.
Yeah. She, I mean,
this wasn't like a woman that was in her mid-50s that needed to find her identity because she'd spent her whole life taking care of her children. Yeah. She was gone.
It's true. She was gone. So like she's a mother, but she's a mother of small children, which is different than being a mother of adult children.
Well, for sure. Yeah.
So there's a lot of complicated emotions that happen for her when she is brought back from heaven because, 1 minute you're in perfection and the next minute you're in
not
this
perfection.
Screwed up world with these 2 grown men telling you they're your children.
Yeah. And I'm sure that was very confusing. And everything she had to learn, of course, was confusing. So I do cut her some slack for that.
I try to have grace with her when she first comes back because she's trying to work through her emotions and understand the world around her.
Right.
And she doesn't understand the internet.
No.
She doesn't. She's like, well, you still got John's car. That's the one thing I recognize here.
Right, yeah.
But, like, she doesn't understand so many things.
Right.
And so she's, like, adjusting to the world. She's got to adjust the fact that her kids are grown and she's been gone for 30-some years.
What I found interesting, too, she had been out of the hunting life, we thought, for at least since she'd gotten married. We assumed she had been out of the hunting life.
So are we going 5-6 years maybe she was out?
Yeah.
Right.
Except that she wasn't, we found out. Because there's a later episode about Asa Fox. And when that had happened, Dean had already been born. So she went on a hunt, even though Dean had already been born. So that was a confusing little thing. Now, had that been before she got married, it might have been a little more understanding. But no, that was after she had even had Dean.
It is.
So she never fully got out of it, even though at this point when she comes back and stuff, we think that she had, fully gotten out of it because she never wanted her boys to be involved in it. But she never really did fully get out of it.
Hunting seems like one of those things that, like, no matter how hard you try, it still follows you.
Or like if you have a disease. I'm just saying, like if you have diabetes,
being
you have it your whole life.
Is like being diabetic.
It is. Yeah, either way, it could kill you. So it's
either way.
But I had more animosity towards her when she got brought back and she was doing okay. And she did go on hunts with the boys. And then all of a sudden she's like, I got to go off and be my own person. That made no sense to me.
Well, I think she needed to figure out who she was in the world. Maybe. And I think she classic Winchester style. Mm-hmm. She didn't talk about her emotions. She ran away.
Well, that was more Campbell style then.
Oh,
because she's a Campbell.
That's true.
So I didn't hate her as much, but there's one episode that actually is one of my favorite episodes, and it's the one that is shown from 4 different angles when they go after one of the Knights of Hell, and they go after I think she's going after the Winchester guy, or the Colt. Yeah. And she lies, flat out lies, because he's like, I want what you took from me. And all the boys are like, we didn't take anything. And we didn't take anything. Mm-hmm. Cass almost dies.
Yeah.
That was a pretty heavy episode. It was one of my favorites, but she lied. And I had a really hard time getting past that.
I agree. Like, I recently rewatching it, and I'm like, man, people give Mary such a hard time. She's just trying to figure out who she is, in this new world, in this new situation. And then that
was the ultimate betrayal.
Castiel almost dies because of her lying. And then I'm like, yeah, that's why people don't like Mary.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I don't care if Castiel had died, but other people do.
Hot take.
We'll get into that some another episode. But anyhow,
deep sigh from me. Hot take.
I know.
Jenny has feelings about Cass. We'll talk about later because today we're going to focus on Mary.
Yeah,
he's an integral part of the team. But anyways,
okay. So Mary, and Mary's death was hard. It was hard to watch the boys have to go through that again. Mm-hmm. They had lost their dad. They had lost Bobby, who was their surrogate father, and they were losing their mother again. Mm-hmm. That is hard.
Which I feel like is almost worse the second time because they actually did get to, know her.
Yeah. Oh, and then the AU, when she saves them. She jumps into the AU with Lucifer, and then she decides she wants to stay there to help those people instead of come back with her sons. That's another time when I'm like, oh, she always she was putting her boys last. I think that she thought she was putting them first when she joined the British Men of Letters. She thought, we're going to get rid of all monsters, and that's going to help her boys in the long run. Mm-hmm. But the way it comes across is that her boys were being put on the back burner a lot.
Yeah.
And he keeps saying burner and burn. It just goes when we were talking about Mary Winchester.
I don't know, now that you mentioned burning again, that we actually credited the source of this cocktail recipe.
And you should definitely look them up because they got it set on fire.
So it's the Nerdy Tavern. I know that he is on Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah.
Probably some Facebook Reels out there and YouTube. Nerdy Tavern. He has a bunch of cocktails from a bunch of different shows. Mm-hmm. There's several for Supernatural, so...
Yes, so and thank you.
He actually uses 151, and his Mary Winchester actually lights on fire. When I first saw that, I was flat on the floor laughing.
I know. I brought it to you at work, and I was like, I got to show you something. And you're like, that's horrible. At first, I can't believe that. And then you came around. Thought that was pretty cool.
It's so morbid. It cracks me up.
It is.
In the worst way that they're like, here's a cocktail for a character who lights on fire and we're going to light her up again.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So even though we kind of had a fail on the lighting part.
We did.
Our hearts were in the right place.
Oh, my gosh.
So overall, the consensus, I think, in the fandom is Mary was not a beloved character.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of mixed feelings. Like I said, I'm very 50-50 on her. Mm-hmm. It's like Dean. I like her, but I don't like all her choices.
Yeah. The 2 times I mentioned are the times that I really did not care for what she chose to do and how she acted. And I liked young Mary. Like when they went back in the 70s, I think that was 2 times they did that. Mm-hmm. I liked her a lot. And I thought the actress that they picked for her was really, really good and could definitely have been related to Sam Smith, who played Mom Mary Winchester throughout the show. And Dawn and I got to meet her at the Columbus convention.
Okay,
she was sweet as could be.
To carry on our morbid humor here, we went to get her autograph. Mm-hmm. We stepped up to her table, and her helper was there, and they were laying out all these pictures, and you could get one of those pictures autographed. And one of the pictures was Mary on the ceiling on fire. And I said, is that really? The helper and both Sam were like, yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, see how it goes. If you guys listen to Rich and Rob's SPN Then and Now podcast, which I absolutely think you should because it's so amazing, one of their first interviews with Jensen and Jared, they talk about that practical fire that was used. It wasn't just special effects. It was practical. Now, no, Mary was not literally set on fire. Sam Smith is not that much of a method actress, but it was real fire.
And what is a practical fire?
It means that it was fire. It was real fire used. It wasn't just
CGI'd or whatever.
No, it was real fire. And they told the boys, if it gets too hot, you got to tell us, type of thing. Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's insane.
It is. I think that was pretty cool. Actually, it was pretty hot because it's fire. And that's how fire works. Unless you're trying to set your drink on fire and then it doesn't work.
We need to be more practical with our fire.
I guess we should have practiced it beforehand. Oh, you did. Never mind. I guess that we should have done something else. I don't know.
We'll have to. I don't know. The gin worked at home. I'm telling you, it did.
I believe you. I really do because you were really excited about it.
I was like, oh, great. I don't have to go buy a bottle of 151 that will take me 10 years to drink.
Yeah.
Because it's
or
so
just sets
strong.
Things on fire. If you want to make the mocktail Mary Winchester, though, we need to share that.
Yes.
You should use 3/4 of an ounce of orange juice. Or if you want, you could probably use like Crush, I guess an orange soda if you want.
Yeah.
3/4 ounce of a peach flavored nectar or a syrup. The 4 ounces of lemonade. And then you can top it with Sprite unless you use like Crush, then you don't need to have extra Sprite. And then our idea was you probably couldn't set that on fire, much like we couldn't. You could just strike a match and light a candle, and then you got your burning.
And just imagine.
Yeah, I guess that's what we should have done. We just light a candle in remembrance of Mary burning. So, Dawn, I think, are we at the time of our podcast when we should talk about our rating?
Oh, sure.
Well, let's explain the rating system.
Okay, so we just made this up, and so it's super credible and certifiable, much like we are.
Certifiable. That is the key.
The swig system has 4 categories?
Yeah.
4 criteria.
Yes.
That's the word that I want. And I don't know, maybe in the future we'll add more to it, but right now it's 4. So the first
category or criteria is
taste. How good does this cocktail taste?
Okay.
Or I guess bad. What is your rating on the taste of this?
Oh, I would give it a full swig for the taste for sure.
Agreed.
I've had a couple of swigs. It's really delicious.
Sweet. It's not too strong. Mm-hmm. It's got good flavors.
Yeah.
I would give it a full swig too.
Okay. So that's the first criteria is taste. Secondly, it's
the ease of making
the ease of making it. So,
how easy was it to make this cocktail?
It was really easy to make it. It was really hard to set it on fire. So I feel like we kind of failed. I'm just going to give it a half a swig because we didn't catch it on fire.
I can't disagree with that. It looks so cool when it's on fire.
Yeah.
I'm because we failed, I'm going with a 0 on that one.
You're going to give it a 0.
You're giving us a half a point for effort.
Yeah, you made it. You measured it out. Mm-hmm. It wasn't hard to do. So I'm going to still give you a half a swig.
But we didn't get the full experience.
No, but we got some laughs out of it. So there's that.
So the third criteria is how well does this cocktail tie into the episode or the character?
Well, if it had set on fire, it would have tied in perfectly. But it didn't. But you know what? I'm going to go, it has just the perfect amount of sour with the lemonade to match Mary. Because she can be very sour and a little hard to take and a little sweet. So I'm going to still... But it didn't catch on fire. I'm still going to just give it a half a swig. What about you?
How well it ties in. Again, if we had got it to light.
Yeah.
That would have been perfect. Why is the defining characteristic of Mary Winchester that time she got caught on fire?
That time, because that was the beginning of the whole show.
Because it was the pilot?
That was it. The pilot. And they got the pilot to light then. We couldn't get the pilot light.
It's a good thing that we're not in charge of that show. We're in charge of this show, but not that one.
Yeah. What are you doing? What are you giving it?
I'm gonna give it a half a swig too.
Okay.
I'm giving it a half a swig because, peach and lemonade isn't for everybody, just like Mary Winchester isn't for everybody.
Yeah.
But also half because we couldn't get it to light.
Okay. And then our fourth criteria was, are we able to come up with a decent mocktail? And I think our mocktail ingredients would go well with this. So I'm going to give it a full swig on that.
Mm-hmm. I would have to agree. You can easily substitute the peach schnapps for like a peach flavored something else.
Yeah.
The triple sec has a very citrusy flavor that you can easily replace with something else. And lemonade.
So out of 4 swigs possibility on our swig, what is it?
Swig system, our certified
swig system. Out of 4 swigs, Jenny gives it 3 swigs.
I give it 2.5.
Oh, harsh.
That
2.5.
Harsh.
Yeah,
honestly,
that's okay.
I feel like out of a possible 4-star system, and my personal feelings on Mary Winchester, 2.5
is generous.
2.5 feels right. Like,
okay.
Sometimes it bumps up to a 3, and then she does something like almost get Castiel killed.
Yeah.
And then it knocks her back.
Probably.
So,
yeah.
She makes a choice that she thinks is right. And,
okay.
Yeah.
So there you have it. Those are our official swig ratings. If you try this drink, if you're successful, please let us know if you are able to get it set on fire.
Pictures in the comments if you get it to light.
Please. And if you try it and you like the taste of it, feel free to comment and tell us what your swig rating is. So between us, out of a possible 8 swigs, it received 5.5. Which actually doesn't sound as bad.
No.
So 5.5 swigs. Dawn and I want to thank you again for joining us. Thank you for tuning in. If you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out. You can comment. Do we have an available email?
We do. It's spiritsandsupernatural@gmail.com.
And is and spelled out? Or is it
and is spelled out. A-N-D. And. Yes.
Okay. And we also look us up on Instagram and Facebook.
Yes.
And tune in because this is October and we are going to have a special 5 Thursday, which falls on Halloween episode. So thanks again for joining us and we will see you guys soon.